If you would like cheap and reliable MT, be sure to head over to dvdj.com. Use code BIO2K for 10% off your final order. What is going on, guys? It is your boy BIO2K, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on the top 5 ways of how to improve your My Team. Now, obviously, this is going to involve spending no money and nothing like that. So, obviously, for you budget ballers out there, this video is really going to help you guys out. So, if you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 20K already. So, be sure to do that for your boy. But let's hop into this video here. I'm going to go through like 5 things and actually throw in like maybe like a bonus or 2. I might forget by the end of this video because my memory is like doggy doo-doo. But like, yeah, we'll get there. So you guys see my team. This is the squad that we have, actually, and I have not spent a lot of money on this game. A lot of it has actually just been grinding out the mode and stuff like that, and you guys can see we've actually earned a very nice team here. And how you guys can get a team like this, I'm gonna actually show you guys, throughout this video here. But on this screen, you guys are gonna go over to your franchise. Now, the first thing we're gonna be talking about is the Nets playbook. Now, there's obviously a lot of good playbooks in this game, or a lot of decent ones, I guess I could say. Like, there's a lot that I even have that I'll probably never even use, if we're being honest. But yeah, there's a lot that are very good. So, the Bucks playbook is a very good ISO, 5-out playbook. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, well, they took 5 out of the game, so it doesn't really matter anymore. It actually still works. There's a different play that you have to run. You can't just run ISO 5-out. It's something else in there. But 5-out really isn't my thing. You guys can obviously use this and 5-out all day, every day. That doesn't really necessarily make you good at the game, because if you go up against somebody like me that knows how to stop it, you're gonna struggle. So I'd rather have you guys learn how to do other things rather than just focus on one thing. Now, some cheaper playbooks like the Bulls and the Nets playbooks go for nothing. They're like 500 MT each, and they are very good. The Bulls one actually has a lot of good 3-point plays in it, while the Nets playbook actually has some like glitchy plays that result in some 5-out situations, but also result in like, players moving around. If somebody's like off-balling you, it actually helps a lot. And there's actually a play in there that actually helps defeat a zone. So I'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm actually going to make a separate video on that. So I'm going to make a whole Nets playbook breakdown. But obviously, the only play that you guys need to know in this playbook is quick through STS. So that is like the best one that you need out of this playbook. There's actually a few other ones in the Nets playbook like I was talking about. I couldn't remember the name, so I actually just went into a game and came back to actually like look at them. But yeah, I wrote them down so I didn't forget. But it's Ram Scissors, Fist 25 Zipper, Fist 21 Nash, and Give 42 Rev. Those are some good plays in this playbook that result in a lot of good 3-pointers and a lot better looks like towards the rim and stuff like that. So it's like free, layups, dunks, stuff like that. Definitely stuff that you guys want to do and focus on with this playbook. Outside of that, the other good playbooks are like the Rockets playbook is pretty good. I actually haven't used this Spurs playbook, but I can imagine it actually has some good plays in there. But yeah, the Rockets playbook, the Lakers playbook, and then the Clippers playbook all actually have some pretty good plays in there as well. Now, on my God Squad, you guys see our coach is Nick Nurse. Now, Diamond coaches actually went up. I made a video in the beginning of the year talking about the best coaches in the game, and honestly, my opinions in there was that you guys didn't need a Diamond coach, and it's still that way. However, if you can afford a Diamond coach, I do recommend using it. Like, Nick Nurse is very good. Honestly, I think he's just like the best coach in this game that you can have. Other Diamond coaches like Popovich, which is a defensive-minded coach, and then you do have guys like, or I think the only other there's Steve Kerr, and then there is Brad Stevens. I don't really have them because, like I said, it's not really worth spending your MT on them. You can if you really want to. I just think that the only Diamond coach that you really need is Nick Nurse. You can use Steve Kerr to kind of do the same thing. I just like Nick Nurse. I don't know why. I actually do just like using him. But Amethyst coaches, there are actually a lot of good options. In the beginning of the year, I said that Terry Stotts was a very good one because when you take a look at what he boosts, it's just all like the good stuff about defense, ball handling, 3-point shots, all sort of stuff like that. That is really good. It boosts every player very nicely. Drummond's the only one that it actually like doesn't boost in an excellent or good way. But yeah, he's a very good coach for a cheaper price. You take a look at Mike D'Antoni, again, same thing. He does the same thing, but he also boosts speed and like ball handling, I believe, on some players. Yeah, like Paul George. So if you guys like, if you're a faster team and you want to run the floor a little bit more, this is more of a guy for you. And then there's like other coaches like Mike Boldenhoser and what's his name, and Mike Malone that are very good. Mike Malone is very good as well, in my opinion. Again, boosts a lot of like the necessities. So these Amethyst coaches actually, like, help you and help improve your team. We'll go over, not the consumables, we'll go to coaches. and I'll show you guys, you know, what like the prices are. The diamond coaches, I mean, right here, Brad Stevens is the cheapest one. You guys could see, like, they're pretty expensive, especially for a coach. I mean, there's not even like a Nick Nurse popping up. I'm actually curious now to see what he's gonna pop up as. So Raptors diamond coach, there's only a couple of them up. Look at how much he goes for. That is why I like using Nick Nurse. Like, I have him, so like embrace him, dude. But that's why it's also not a necessity. You guys take a look at the amethyst coaches now. We'll go to Mike D'Antoni. His price is actually a lot more expensive than I thought. Okay, no, it drops down a little bit, but if you're gonna spend this much, you might as well just pick up a diamond coach that does relatively the same thing. But coaches are pretty expensive this year, and I didn't even realize that they were that much. I mean, you guys already saw Steve Kerr. He's going for a pretty penny as well. I mean, a lot of these coaches are. So honestly, I do recommend picking up guys like Mike Boldenhoser, who is a little bit cheaper and will kind of give you the same sort of, you know, the same sort of like boost and stuff like that. And then also, like I said, you go over to the Nuggets. This one I would recommend a little bit more. He's a little bit pricey. I didn't think they were this expensive in all honesty, but obviously it is worth it to have a good coach. Blazers, again, they are really pricey for some coaches. So yeah, I would look to try to snipe some of these guys, but all in all, I mean, like, the coaches that I would recommend is picking up like a Mike Boldenhoser if you really want an amethyst coach. You don't even really need it like that. It's just because, like, you know, I know a lot of people like looking at the tier and like being like, oh, it's so good, but even like a Ruby coach would do pretty good. I mean, a budget coach that I think you guys should pick up is Steve Clifford. He is a pace and space coach, but kind of boosts everything like speed, three-point shot, defense, stuff like that. I think he's actually a pretty good thing, and you guys can see everybody actually has a good fit with him. So he's a nice budget coach that I think is worth definitely picking up. But obviously, I'm sticking with Nick Nurse. Like, he's my guy. Like, you know, we got him. We're going to use him. I did not realize the coach was that expensive, but that's where you guys really want to be paying attention to. One, trying to snipe them, and two, taking advantage of the boost that they give you. And, like, even, you know, budget coaches like Steve Clifford. Now, another thing that you guys want to do, and I've talked about this in my How to Be Successful videos, this is like a very important screen that I still feel like a lot of people sleep on for some reason. When you come over to the community hub, there's always locker codes in this like little community poll thing. Every time a new promo drops or something like that, there's always a locker code here that gives you, you know, tokens every single time. It'll give you 2 or 3 every single time, and you really want to be paying attention to this because, like I said, it's free tokens, and if you're still on those smaller boards, it'll help you out and get a player like just like that. I mean, it's literally that simple. Sometimes there's going to be hidden locker codes in these tips and tricks videos. That's why I do recommend following your boy on Twitter, so this way you don't have to watch these videos. I always tweet out the codes anyway, and I make videos anyway on them. But this is a very important screen, and on top of that, the Today in My Team and the Agenda, both of these actually are really helpful for getting free MT and free tokens, especially the Agenda one. Every day, this daily agenda thing actually normally comes with some tokens and stuff. I was actually gonna hopefully have a token one. Shake actually got one today. I think it's different for every person, but if you guys see one that says, like, you know, buy a Sapphire power forward and we'll give you 2 free tokens, literally just go and buy one. They're like 700 MT. I mean, like, literally, that's what Shakes was today. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look up Sapphire, you know, power forward. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna put it to 1,000. And here you go. There's some options that actually come up. So for, you know, it could be even cheaper. We'll go down to like 750. We'll see if it happens. Okay, so 850 MT can give you 2 free tokens. Definitely worth spending that, you know, chump change MT. It's definitely worth it. So make sure that you guys are paying attention to the screen, getting free tokens, free MT, stuff like that, and always pay attention to some of these, because some of these might be pretty good. I mean, I don't really care for any of these in all honesty. Like, small amounts of MT, it's not really worth it, but if you're a budget baller, like complete budget baller, you know, this could add up. This, like, if you're doing these every day, it's like a 3,000 MT every day, so it's definitely worth picking up. Same thing with the daily logins. You guys are getting free packs, stuff like that. Definitely some stuff to pay attention to. This is actually really helpful, especially if you guys are a budget baller. These are the weekly challenges, and if you guys look, we are at week 10 already, which actually accumulates to 60 tokens for free if you guys just grind these challenges out. All you really need is a bronze team, like one good player really, and you can just sit here and play through all of these and get 60 free tokens. So especially if you're a budget baller, that can actually help you get through a lot of these boards and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend completing these challenges, and then same thing with moments challenges. Make sure you guys are keeping up to date with these. I mean, this one I don't blame you guys, because having Diamond LeBron for this challenge is kind of stupid. They should have just made it the amethyst, but it's whatever. But then same thing with Moments Hayward, just score 39 points, you get 2,500 MT, probably get another 1,000 in game, so you're getting 3,500 MT. Work on an Evo player, you know, it's consistent, you know, it's efficient, it's doing, you know, you're doing good for your team. You're getting free tokens at these challenges and also heat check packs that are definitely worth grinding out. Like this one, like you need Brandon Ingram, but it's on pro, and literally like all you need to do is just get that Brandon Ingram, get the 40 points. If he was cheaper, it'd make a little bit more sense, but either way, you're getting a free heat check pack, and that accumulates to more free MT. So make sure you guys are keeping up to date with all these challenges. The spotlight challenges, I understand. If you guys were keeping up to date with them, it's a little bit easier, but you can't really go back now and be like, okay, I want to buy those players for the Wade one, because all the prices are like jacked up right now. So honestly, if you guys can complete these, I highly recommend doing so. I know a lot of people look at this Magic and say he's not that good, but believe me, a 6'9" point guard in this year's game is very important, especially one that is very solid with passing, playing defense. Like, he doesn't have clamps, but it's like if you know how to play defense, like, you'll be okay. So, you know, honestly, this card is very nice. He can't shoot as well, which is fine. With the coach, he's at a 70 or an 81-3, which is perfectly fine with me, and everything else is still looking pretty good. So it's definitely worth picking up this card. Now, the final tip I'm going to give you guys is not to be blinded by the card tier, like the color of the card. It is so pointless to do so. A prime example of this is if you were to take J.R. Smith and Mitch Richmond and ask yourself, which one would I rather have? J.R. is a 93, Mitch Richmond is a 96. You're looking at that and you go, well, Mitch Richmond's a better card because his overall is higher. No, that's not how it works. What you guys need to do is be paying attention to two things: the badges on a card and the attributes on the card. You don't need to pay attention to anything else. You guys need to pay attention to these. If you look at JR's badges, he comes with a lot of good stuff, right? He comes with clamps, which is very huge for a JR card to have for some reason. He comes with range extender, and he comes with quick draw. Three very important badges on a card. Now you take a look at Mitch Richmond, who's a very good shooter, right? He comes with one Hall of Fame badge, which doesn't really matter, but you guys take a look and, you know, he has quick first step, which is good, and Deadeye, which is pretty good, and he comes with range extender, but no quick draw. Quick draw is a very important badge because it lets you shoot the ball faster, your releases time up a little bit better, and that's just how it is. Now again, you take a look at JR's card. We'll take a look at his shooting stats, okay? 92 3, 86 mid-range, 85 free throw, 95 driving dunk. Cool. Take a look at Mitch Richmond. He comes with a 96 mid-range, 91 3, 89 free throw, and 75 dunk. So you look at this and go, okay, his stats are better. But if he can't shoot the ball faster like JR can, doesn't really matter. You're going to get shut down a lot. Now, Mitch Richmond's still a good card. I like using him. That's why I still use him, but he's not starting. It's the same thing if you were to look at Sean Kemp and Amari Stoudemire. Okay, no, that's a bad example. Because they're both 96s, and I know somebody's gonna be like, take a look at, I don't know. I don't have really a good power forward, so I guess that's a bad option. Again, it's the same thing. We'll compare Paul George and Shawn Marion. I was trying to find a good example for you guys. This is another one though. 97 overall, 94 overall. When you look at Shawn Marion is a clamp god. Although he doesn't have clamps, which is a little weird, he is still a clamp god. We all know that he shuts down a lot of good people, strips them, blocks them, does whatever, and he's pretty good. He does come with quick draw, which is pretty good, but you all know that his release is a little janky sometimes. You know, it's a little weird. But again, you take a look at his stats, like it is what it is. But this one we're going to compare defense. So 78, 88, 86, 84. And then the rebounding is pretty good, right? Take a look at Paul George's badges and stuff like that. He comes with every good badge that you need. He comes with range extender, quick draw, clamps. He comes with clamps. So it's the same thing. It's just, you know, he's going to be playing better defense. Now, again, his shooting stats a little bit better. You scroll down here. So 50, 89, 95, 79. And the rebounding, Shawn Marion has that advantage. However, the badges are so much more important. I kind of screwed up what I said before, and I meant to say the badges are more important this year than the actual attributes. You don't really want to be paying attention to anything other than the badges on a card and kind of some in-game stuff like their tendencies and their release and stuff like that. That is what's really important. So don't be blinded by card tiers. Just because, you know, you go up against a Diamond J.R. Smith and you have, I don't know, Ruby Ray Allen. Realistically, they're going to kind of play the same. Ray Allen, you take a look at the card. I mean, he comes with catch and shoot on a Hall of Fame, which is pretty good. Deadeye, range extender. I thought he had quick draw. Apparently not, but I know the Amethyst does. So there you go. That's really all it is. I mean, you just kind of have to pay attention to the badges and stuff like that and not be blinded. Don't be wasting your MT and stuff like that. So I hope these tips do help you guys out. Sorry if the face cam's a little out of sync. It's looking like it's glitching out. I'm just going to kind of hope that it's not because, you know, your boy's a little pressed for time today. So hopefully everything is all good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Be sure to smash that like button if this did help you guys out. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video.